This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Every video I begin, or end rather, by dropping the phone number and encouraging you to call in and leave your message, get your voice on the record. And in my continued effort to highlight your opinions, help move the conversation forward, I am doing voicemail videos now through the weekend, Friday, and then through the weekend. I'm going to read an email. Well, I guess first I'll just drop the phone number so you will have it as well. It is 714-576-4054. You can also email daily@dollemore.com. Those are the two ways that are most effective relative to you getting your opinion on the record, helping me move the conversation forward by engaging with my audience and having you engage with me. So I got several voicemails. I'm going to play three voicemails here and an email, all kind of surrounding why I don't predict, not all of them, but predict the future. Someone is unhappy that he says I'm crying wolf, and me and my fellow compatriots here on YouTube, we said all these bad things would happen and none of them happened. We're crying wolf. And it's interesting, different people's perspective on what I do. Because this email I'm going to read is asking, respectfully, but asking, why don't you prognosticate more? Why don't you predict what you think is going to happen? Make an assessment. Let's read this email and then we'll get to these voicemails. From Rick C. Why not try some light prognostication? Offer agree/disagree. My prediction, September 18 will not be much of a problem. The problem and riots will come when Trump and or his family are arrested and charged with the crime. Good show, Rick C. from Georgia. Well, Rick, the reason, excuse me, I don't often prognosticate and make assessments or judgments with some flair for clairvoyancy, the reason I don't do that is because there are so many moving parts. Now, sometimes I do, this could happen, but I don't make, betting predictions often. Sometimes I do, if I'm pretty clear, pretty sure. But there are a lot of moving parts with all of this, especially related to like September 18th. The more press that I give this, the more oxygen that I give this story, I believe, even with the small size of my platform, that I alert authorities that, maybe we should be paying attention to this. And the more that authorities begin to pay attention, the more squelched the fervor of a crowd is going to be when they show up. If they know there's going to be a police force en masse, they're going to be a lot less likely to get up to their tricks. So some of what I do, especially related to this next voicemail, is to dissuade bad actors from doing what they do. Let's get to that aforementioned voicemail where it starts off a little choppy, hard to hear, but it gets better, or better to hear, easier to hear. And this is someone taking me and the people that are in my particular genre or space on YouTube, taking us to task for crying wolf.
Here's a brief voicemail to you. I've watched you for months and listened to what you said, but this will be the fourth time between you, Glenn Kirshner, Farron Cousins, cry wolf. You said, look out for the inauguration night. There's going to be trouble. There was none. Beautiful inauguration. Look out for March 3rd. No, didn't have March 3rd. Look out for the My Pillow symposium when it falls apart. What the MAGA heads might do. Look out for that. No, it didn't happen. Now you're crying wolf for the fourth time. That, look out for the 18th of this month. Something liable to happen. And when nothing happens, you guys are going to have eggs on your face so bad that I'm not watching no more. You guys say Trump, 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 Trump. That's all you guys talk about. That's all you guys talk about. You promote Trump more than anybody by mentioning his name over and over again. And he's some big threat. I mean, he's an old man. And I don't no. I'm 67. I remember the black fist in the 60s, black power. Now, it's white power, so nothing's changed since 60 years, except the color of the fist been raised in the air. And you guys crying wolf like that, you're fearmongers. I have a Republican friend that says all you guys do is scare people. I'm 67. I'm not scared of nothing. But, you guys are talking about this. This will be the fourth time you cried wolf unnecessarily. Because I really don't think that a MAGA head with a hockey stick and a ski mask on is going to go up against Biden's National Guard. National Guard's going to be there, aren't they? Then, is it such a grandiose thing? Freedom of political prisoners? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Give us a break. And don't be begging Merrick Garland to do something anymore. That's old. All of it is old. Just old, period. As old as I am.
Well, there's a lot there. Thank you for the caller. I don't believe that Glenn Kirshner, Farron Cousins, and myself are crying wolf. We are alerting to a possible, sometimes probable threat. I made no predictions about January 6th because it wasn't on my radar. But as far as March 4th and all of these other events or occurrences or predictions that people were making, they're not necessarily predictions. They're warnings because of analyzing intelligence. And if you raise an alert and nothing happens, oh, you were wrong. But if you don't raise an alert and then something happens, where were you? Why did you not get this right? It's a no-win situation here. And as far as Donald Trump not being dangerous because he's an old man, I don't think Donald Trump is physically dangerous himself. But his followers, his fervent, whipped into a frenzy mob of supporters absolutely are, and we witnessed it on January 6th. The Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, white supremacists from coast to coast, offering their solution to democracy. And before, I would be remiss if I didn't correct you, sir. You're both sidesing of black power, raising their fists in the air versus white power. The black power movement in the United States never posed a physical threat, ever. The black power movement in America, the purpose as I see it, is to instill equality and equity in our system, to bring to life the 14th Amendment, the Equal Protection Clause of our Constitution, to take what is rightfully theirs, equality. The white power movement is to sow destruction and chaos and to keep black and brown folks down, to revel in the superiority of the white race. Black power is not about black supremacy. It's about equality. Anyway, that's the answer to your question, sir. If you choose to no longer watch because September 18th may or may not be what it's going to be, that's your choice. Next up, just to give you a flavor, same general orbit here with the topics, to give you a flavor of how people's different opinions, they come when they're watching the same program. Let's go to Steve.
Hi, sir. This is Steve, fellow Devil Dog, so Simplify. I wanted to comment on your show that you did about September 28th. In my opinion, I believe that these crazy people are going to try to use this as an opportunity to show that they aren't violent. So I don't believe that they're going to get violent. They're going to try to do a peaceful protest in order to win the hearts of all the other crazy people. But also, I think the only way it's going to be violence is if, anti-protesters show up, like Antifa and people that have brains actually show up. Things might get violent then. But that's my opinion. I know those people are crazy. It hurt my heart to see what happened on January 6th.
Mine too.
It really hurt my heart to see Marine Corps flags out there.
Mine too.
In that crowd, but But that's my opinion. That's what I think about it. I just think that they're going to take the opportunity to do that. Or they're using that demonstration as a distraction, and they're going to do something somewhere else while people are focused on Washington.
Interesting theory.
All right. Thank you, sir. Simplify and take care. Love what you do.
So thank you. I appreciate that. Simplify to you. Stay green, Marine. Interesting perspective. I think that could be the case, that it could be a distraction, but also it could be them seeing the tea leaves, reading the tea leaves, and deciding this could be a moment for us to change the narrative, shift the narrative relative to what our objectives are and the United States and the American people's outlook on us. It could be that, but you get a bunch of these aggrieved people together, and it very well could turn sour very quickly, because not everybody has this altruistic outlook on or strategic outlook on fake altruism. A lot of these people are really pissed off, very, very aggrieved. As I talked about yesterday, they're putting the fence back up. And that's not for no reason. And just because, and I don't think this is what you're saying, but just because someone predicts that it's not going to be doesn't mean we shouldn't take the necessary precautions relative to security and the safety of the United States Capitol and those who work there. All right. Next call, same topic.
So, Jesse, I'm thinking about this September 18th thing. I'm not sure if I was one of them, I'd really want to go, because I'm willing to bet that the Capitol Police and the police for the Washington D.C. police are itching for a rematch, and they're going to be armed and they're going to have the numbers this time. So I would not want to go and start trouble. Anyway, take care. Love your show. Thanks. Bye-bye.
That is a great point. That the United States Capitol Police, the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police, they are absolutely going to be ready this time. They do not want to get caught with their pants down like they did on January 6th. They do not want to ignore the relevant intelligence like they did before. And I think that it is not just me who is crying wolf, going back to the first call. It is the United States intelligence infrastructure, domestic intelligence infrastructure, that is warning that this could be a serious thing. Anyway, I would love to know what you think. Again, you can call 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. As always, I would love to have you connect with me on social media. That would be great. And if I bring you value, if these conversations are important to you and you get something out of them, please consider supporting my work here on the platform. For as little as $1.99 a month, you can support my work here, becoming a channel member by clicking the join button or going over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love you guys. Thanks for engaging with my content. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.